Well, hey there, all you rockaholics. Welcome into another edition of Rock Talk with CGCM Rock Radio. My name is Bob Bannister. And don't forget, while you're here, click that like, that subscribe, that share, and leave us a comment as well. Let us know what you think. Help us out and keep up to date with all things Rock Talk. Now, as we go around the world talking to all these different bands and catching up with new friends and old friends alike, it's always great when something comes along where it's in your own backyard. This time around, I had a really great time. I was chatting with a couple guys from Halifax, Nova Scotia. The interesting thing is, my wife's family comes from Halifax. I've never been there myself, but I really want to go, and even more so now. The band that I caught up with is called Sunstroke Caravan. They've got a few songs out and they've got some more on the way in 2026, but I'm giving it all away. Why don't we step inside the Rock Talk studio and talk to the boys from Sunstroke Caravan and have a good time with them on this edition of Rock Talk with CGCM Rock Radio. And as promised, let's welcome to Rock Talk from Halifax, Nova Scotia, from the band Sunstroke Caravan. We've got Matthew and we've got Kendall. How you doing, guys?
Doing good. Thanks for having us.
You're very welcome. Welcome into this edition of Rock Talk with CGCM Rock Radio. So, guys, give us the story of Sunstroke Caravan. Who is Sunstroke Caravan?
All right, you're going to take the role on this one.
We are a band from Halifax. A bunch of us have been playing together for close to 20, 25 years through various bands. We are just trying to build something back up here in Atlantic Canada.
We've learned to fail every way possible in the last 25 years.
That's right. That's right.
Well, you know what they say, the more failures you get, the better the success is at the end of it all.
That's
know.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
So where'd the name Sunstroke Caravan come from? That's a pretty interesting name.
Okay, well,
it's a couple.
There's a couple places. Originally, so we used to partake in 420 activities when we were younger, and we'll just leave it at that.
Well, it's legal here in Canada. We can
right.
Talk about
it is. I know, right? So we still do. We're very friendly. And there was an old so we had a garage that we used to jam in, and Matt's parents owned the home, and there was this old dilapidated caravan that was in the front yard, tires flat. So we used to crawl into there, and you can imagine what that would look like. So
Cheech and Chong Mobile.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then after that, it was which became very fitting. The very first song I've ever recorded was called Sunstroke Caravan. It is a perfect fit.
Absolutely.
Right? 25 years later, that's what it turns into.
That is hilarious.
Right.
So what inspired you to both you guys to pursue music?
When I was a kid, my grandmother had an amazing record collection. So I used to go downstairs to her apartment every day, listen to records. She always had different music on, everything from the Rat Pack to, Funkadelic to Jim Crocker to the Beatles. So I always had a constant mix of music growing up. And one of my earliest memories is jamming out to the California Raisins when I was like 3 with a little guitar. So I always knew I always wanted to pursue music. And I think it was when I was 12, my brother, he got his first or actually I was 8, he was 12, 13. He got his first Stratocaster in the house, and I got very jealous of him. The following year, I got like a little Kingston guitar, starter. Um,
Absolute shit
but yeah,
guitar.
that's right. But they used to jam. My brother and his band used to jam in my garage growing up, our garage when we were kids. And so I go in there, watch them every day, and then slowly started wanting to do it myself, learning, kind of watching them grow and play Nirvana covers. And yeah, eventually it just kind of turned into something. And then when I was 17, that's when I kind of formed our first band with this guy. And
Yeah.
and it went from there. It was great.
Yeah. I
It was
actually
fun.
lived in his garage
Yeah,
when I was
that's
a
right.
teenager, and his parents pretty much took care of me. It was like kept me safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was a wild one. But so for me, my first it's funny because it seems like 8 years old is like that magic number that everybody seemed to come to fall into the
Start music.
music
Yeah.
when they started. Because so many times I hear it and I'm like, oh, now I sound like I'm stealing somebody else's idea. But really, I was 8 years old when I got my first guitar.
Yeah.
And the Beatles, I was like amazed by it. My
Mhm.
a good friend of mine at the time, I haven't talked to him in years, but he gave me the first mixed cassette. It was one of them old 2-track tapes, and it had the green and white label on it, and it was all
Yeah.
handwritten. And put that in, I was blown away. And I never really like learned their songs. I kind of just like played my part to it. So it was like I became part of their band in my own right, I guess.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I found my own place, my own pocket, my own rhythm, and I think that carried on in my life.
And we all kind of grew up too in the age where Sloan was first coming out,
Yeah,
and so I remember, young memories of going down when I was 12 down to the Birdland Cabaret, seeing Sloan play for the first time and here in Halifax and being like, wow, I really want to do that. And
yeah,
Jay and Chris, they lived streets over from me. So
Oh, wow.
one was on one side, one was the other. So we always see them in the neighborhood and everybody was kind of jamming back then, here in Halifax. We had a little scene starting to build up back then, and we had been jamming
yeah,
ourselves in our little garage. And then even some of the guys from Matt May's band in El Torpedo,
yeah. I
Andy
used to
used to
skateboard
jam.
with Andy.
Yeah, so they used to jam in our garage, or he did with some other bands. And so it's just a small little community of musicians back then, trying to build things up. And I think that's what led us to really pursue music
Yeah,
growing up.
That's
we were
cool.
surrounded.
Yeah.
And you mentioned about getting your first guitar, and it always seems to be that somebody's older sibling gets a
Yeah,
guitar, and it's
yeah,
you either steal it or you
That's
bug
right.
your parents enough and they buy you your own guitar, but it's never
yeah.
quite as good as your older siblings, you know.
Totally.
No,
Totally.
yeah, yeah.
That's right.
My dad had all kinds of old acoustic guitars laying around the house too, and none of them ever had any strings.
All right.
And I really wish I could go back in time and not
Like,
have smashed them with hammers
uh,
and jumped on them and stuff. I'm like, there's probably some really cool instruments there.
yeah,
But
yeah,
it's interesting you mentioned the Halifax music scene and Sloan and everything like that.
Yeah.
Uh, I had a chat with Luscious. They're from Kingston, Ontario, and so they were talking about how it was the same way with them and with the hip. It's like you run
yep,
into the guys in the grocery store. It's like, there goes Gord buying milk and eggs and butter. And
right, yeah, yeah.
Being a real
But in
human.
your local scene here, like I mean, Joel Plaskett was over in Clayton Park, and
Yeah.
we were all in Fairview. Sloan was in Fairview, and then like I don't know,
There was Thrash
Thrush
Hermit
Hermit
and,
back then, and
Super Friends.
Super Friends. Yeah,
It's
that's
yeah,
right.
like Charles Austin recorded our first songs and
That's
he was
right.
in Super Friends.
That's
So
right.
like, we were, it's
Well,
that whole time period has kind of gone away. And it's
and
like,
well, and back then too, we had like when we were all ages, even though we were all drinking, it was
we're,
all ages club. The Pavilion, or even
yeah,
going further back, Cafe LA. back in the day.
Yeah.
All the different groups would come and play in
The
small
drive
tiny
venues,
area. Yeah,
the all
you
ages
know,
venues are
it
all
was
like
awesome back
it's
then.
all
Yeah.
falling
Jail.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's the music scene or the rock scene like now in Halifax?
Starting to pick back up.
Yeah,
I
I think
mean,
so.
we're starting to see kind of a movement back towards it. I mean, COVID kind of, even though it was kind of dying at that time anyway, COVID kind of like put a nail in the coffin for a little while.
Yeah.
But then soon after, once people started getting back out, you started seeing the scene start to revive. People started organizing more.
Yeah, like Sean and Teresa, they're really heading it up. Teresa and Sean Blackburn, they're pretty big here in local support, and they're doing some good things now at the Rocks and stuff for local entertainment.
Yeah,
But I mean, we're lacking, I think, the all ages venues, the drive venues, because not everybody drinks anymore.
No.
That's almost like a thing that's going away.
yeah,
So there needs to be a place
at
maybe
least for kids.
for
Yeah.
the younger generation that needs
Young
to be
adults.
like, I don't need to be the most amazing musician
right.
to be able to be in a band and have a good time.
That's
Mm-hmm.
right.
'Cause that's not what it's about. It's
No.
about having fun and loving what you're doing.
And it's interesting. As a bit of a music historian and radio historian myself, it seems like I say back in the day, back in the 50s and 60s, music was very regionally based, and we're getting back into that again now. But
Yeah,
that's right.
with the help of the internet, yes, it's regionally based, but we can share it and distribute music on our own a lot easier than back in the day.
Yeah.
exactly. I was just thinking about that very same thing. It's like what's making it like we don't have the access or the funds or the money to actually be aired on our local mainstream radio. We're just
It's
never going to
harder.
get on it.
Well, it's harder to get on it. So I
Yeah.
think, but at the same time, it's a lot easier now because of accessibility, because of the internet, that you can reach people in, San Diego, where some of our songs are playing right now, or
Mm.
over in the
The
UK
UK,
where
like
songs are
places
playing.
we'd
So,
never ever thought
you
would
know,
be aired
it's
in
very cool,
California.
and you get a different kind of fan base out of that. So locally, you're absolutely right. I mean, there's local scenes happening everywhere now, kind of microcosms of musicianship and music. But now it can be aired anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Everybody can access you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Mm-hmm.
it's really neat. Different world.
And you were mentioning about it, how hard it is to get onto commercial radio. I mean,
Commercial radio.
that's my background. I mean, I spent over 20
Yeah.
years in commercial radio as a music director, and there are stringent law. Well, I shouldn't say laws, but rules that every station has.
Yeah.
No, you have to have X amount of sales. You have to chart on this chart to play here.
It's a business, yeah.
Exactly. That's why internet radio rules. Actually, I got to say.
And if you really want to go way back to Bobby
One of the people.
Crapola days in the
Oh,
50s,
yes.
if he wouldn't have put his foot down and fought and dug in nice hard for Canadian representation, we wouldn't even
Absolutely.
be on the radio at all.
Yep. One of my favorite people of all time, Bobby Curtola. Yes,
He
absolutely.
lived in my hometown down in Liverpool, in
Nice.
Nova Scotia, and he always in the community.
Yeah.
Put on like he brought his Hot Rods, the band that he had, his backing band, Sensational Hot Rods, flew them all the way here, put on a free concert for the whole community of the South Shore. And it was the most amazing concert I've ever experienced. It was different. It's like, wow, I was blown away too. I've never seen that.
He was an absolutely amazing person. And, I have to say, and it kind of sucks that I'm saying this, but I was probably the last person that interviewed him.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I interviewed him on a Wednesday, and by the following Monday, he had passed away.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Like I said, that's why it kind of sucks to have to say that. But at the same time, it's kind of cool to have that morbidly,
that's right.
to have that distinction.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it's but a lot of the younger generation don't realize that those were the people that
Paved the path, right?
paved the way for us
Yep.
to even have the opportunity to be on the radio. Even if we don't make it, there's still the 35% that has to,
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. The Bobby Curtolas, the Randy Bachmans, the Burton Cummings that, paved
That's
the
right.
way. Definitely.
Yeah.
That's right.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So what is 2026 looking like for you guys?
Right now we're actually recording. So we have 4 songs out that we've already released. We're doing them in singles because it's just the only way to somewhat try to compete in the algorithms now.
Yeah.
And we have 5 more. All the drums are done. We have 2 that pretty much are almost ready to go, and we're going to be putting 5 new ones out and going to start rolling them out.
And that's kind of the cool thing about being able to, now you can produce or make music without having to have, $100 million studio equipment. You can do it. And what's really cool about it too is we kind of like a little bit of the rawness to it, because now it seems like you're hearing kind of the takeover of AI
Yeah.
in music.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it steals, in my opinion, and I'm sure you share the same sentiment, is it steals away from some of that, creativity and some of the imperfect perfection
Yeah,
that
yeah.
There you
music
go.
needs, like,
Sometimes it's the wrong note that turns out to be the best part of the whole
or even
stuff.
just a slight little wobble. I mean, it's so important to have that stuff because I think that brings authenticity to your
Hmm.
music, and I feel like we've lost that a little bit over the last number of years.
Exactly. I mean, if Stevie Ray Vaughan and Joe Bonamassa were perfect, their music would be boring.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
100%.
And it's
100%.
different every time you listen to it. You hear
Yeah.
something new every time you listen to
That's
it.
right.
If it's perfect, it'll always be the same.
That's right.
Yeah,
It is.
exactly.
It is. Yeah.
So one of our sponsors here on CGCM Rock Radio is Iron Maiden Trooper Beer. And as you know, Yannick, the third guitarist in Iron Maiden, is the guy that's always tripping over something on the stage, dropping his guitar, falling on his face. Have you
Yeah.
guys had a Yannick moment at a show?
Yes. This is the
Absolutely.
last festival we played.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna die, and I
Yeah.
don't know if anybody knew it. And I happened to look
I, th
over.
I
He was coming over the amplifier in some weird way. He gracefully caught himself.
I think we've all had a Yannick moment there, Bob. That's
And I realized I got to go wireless now
good.
Right.
because by the time I was done, my patch cord went from like 25 feet long to maybe 3.5, and I was stuck in a little box.
Yeah.
So you're tangled up over around mic stands and amplifiers and
Oh, absolutely.
It just
I
pigtails
think
because I
part of
run
it,
around.
I think part of it too is you're getting loose in the moment, having fun,
Yeah.
and things, and then you have Yannick moments. So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But if you guys could share the stage with one, I'm going to say Canadian act, live or dead, who would that be?
Who'd you want to share?
I would like to do it with Sloan. I would seriously like to do it. They're from here. I love what they do. They're like troopers. They just carry on. That's
So
my go-to.
I like I'm really digging the sheepdogs, oddly
Oh
enough. I
yeah.
think
Okay, well, they're good too.
they're
Yeah.
doing great. Yeah, well, we saw a concert last year, and it was at the Somo Fest there, and the sheepdogs
Yeah.
were part of that, and it was such a great show. And then we also saw another show with Matt Mays. Matt Mays would be the other one that I would want to share a stage with because he did excellent. I sport the Shore Club. I don't know if anybody sees that, but the Shore Club is an awesome place out in Hubbard's here. Great musicians, great place to go. Amazing concerts. They've been doing it for like 50, 60, 70 years out there. But now they have this outdoor venue there. It's
That's pretty
fantastic.
Cadillac, eh?
So yeah, but yeah, it would be Matt Mays or the Sheepdogs for me.
And you guys are playing the was it the Fog Fest coming up in
Yes, that's the
August?
last one. Yeah, that's the last place we played before we shut her down for getting into and recording and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was the very first year they did it. And I have a history with Garrett Gorham from way back in the day when I was playing in a band down on the South Shore. And it was a really weird experience. The whole community of the South Shore showed up for this.
Oh, that's cool.
And
Yeah.
there was lots of people. The energy was great.
But
The I can't even give it enough praise. It was one of the highlights of me playing.
come down to Fog Fest and get fogged. So.
Foggers. Yeah, so
That's the slogan, right? So
Yeah, right on.
yeah. No, it was pretty good. It was 2 days. It's going to be 3 days this year, so we're looking forward to it. We're definitely going to go down. We're going to play again. They brought it, all the bands. It was really great.
It's great. Yeah.
Very cool. Now, before
Yeah.
we wrap things up, I like to do a little thing called this or that. Nothing to do with music, just some quick top of the head questions and answers. And if you're ready, here we go.
I am.
Sure.
All right. Morning person or night owl?
I'm a morning person.
Night owl.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Uh, I'd have to say chocolate.
Vanilla.
Butter tarts or poutine?
Poutine.
Poutine.
Road trip or plane ride?
I'm a plane ride kind of guy. It's nice and quick. Get to where I need to be.
I'm road tripping.
There you go.
Yeah.
Big concert or small venue?
Hmm.
I would have to say I'm going to say small venue.
Yeah, it depends on what you mean by small, but yeah, small venue.
All right. Pick your superpower, ability to fly or ability to read minds.
I would rather have the ability to fly because I think reading people's minds might be scary.
Hmm. Yeah, I think flying is pretty cool.
This
Yeah.
paper.
Yeah.
And finally, this is the big divider. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Never.
No, I can't get used to it, and I've tried it many times. I have.
times.
They used to call it Hawaiian pizza, but I don't know if they call it that anymore.
Yeah, they still do. And you know what? It was invented by one of us Canadians.
Was it really?
It was, yeah, a guy from Vancouver.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
We got the donair.
That's right.
There you go. Yeah,
That's right.
absolutely.
Nova Scotian.
Without lettuce.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
The only place I ever tried one here in Ontario, it was a Pizza Delight, and I'm sure they messed it up somehow.
It's not
real
it's not
donair.
real donair.
No.
You have to come down here to a KOD or a Sicilian or there's a few others, Pizza Delight, but basically there's this special spice they put into it down here, and the way they shave it, if you get it extra crispy, it's fantastic.
And it's cooked on a big spit that rotates, so it's not packaged like Greco has packaged donair meat. Right. It's not the same.
Yeah. Come have an authentic donair, Bob.
Absolutely. Well, my wife's family is from Nova Scotia, so we'll have to, make a road trip down there. Maybe plan it around Fog Fest.
Yes, come down to that. You have to make sure you check us out.
Absolutely,
you'll love it.
Absolutely. So I want to thank Matt. I want to thank Kendall from Sunstroke Caravan for joining us on this edition of Rock Talk on CGCM Rock Radio. Boys, take a minute and shamelessly promote yourself and your band.
Go for it, bud.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm the bass player. I do a lot of
check out. Well, no, I was gonna say check out our Facebook, our Instagram.
Yeah, that's right.
Sunstroke Caravan. Plenty of tunes on there. We're gonna be putting up more live content coming up here soon, and hopefully we get to see you at a show sometime.
Yes, I was totally going the wrong way with that.
That's okay. That's
awesome. Just like rock and roll, it's imperfectly perfect.
That's
right,
man. That's right.
There we go. Thank you again, guys, for joining us on this edition of Rock Talk.
Yep.
And I want to thank you for joining us. And keep your eyes on YouTube and keep listening to Rock Talk with CGCM Rock Radio.